Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to College Hoops Tonight. I am your host, Austin Samuels, here on Monday, January 3rd. Now, there's been a lot of cancellations and postponements. However, there's still been some great college basketball action over the past week, and let's hop right into it. So first, with our College Hoops Tonight Team of the Week, this award is going to go to the Providence Friars this week. So Providence this past week went 2-0 with a pair of two really impressive wins against Big East opponents. Providence is in the Big East. Both are conference games. They first defeated then number 15 Seton Hall 70-65, and then they beat the somewhat lowly DePaul 53-70. Now, Providence is on an 8-game winning streak. They're on an 8-game winning streak. They're 12-1. They're one of the best teams in the Big East this year, and I think they're really going to surprise some people. And the thing they hang their hat on is they allow just over 60 points a game, which is pretty impressive for college basketball. So keep an eye on the Providence Friars going forward. Our College Hoops Tonight Player of the Week is none other than Auburn's Walker Kessler. So Walker Kessler is a transfer from the University of North Carolina. He is a sophomore this year. Really, he won Player of the Week honors just for this one game. Auburn beat then number 16 LSU 70-55, and Kessler led the way with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 blocks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He had a triple-double with blocks. This has been a breakout sophomore season for him. He blocked 7 shots in the last game, which is just nuts. He's averaging over 4 blocks a game this year, which is best in the country. Walker Kessler really showing himself as a post threat on both sides of the basketball. Really, really good post defender. Moving on to College Hoops Tonight's Game of the Week. We had a really, really good one here. We had number 19, Alabama, bouncing back after a couple of losses to beat then number 14, Tennessee, 73-68. Let's take a look. So Alabama was led by two of their seniors, Javon Quinterly, who scored 18 points and tacked on 4 boards and 3 assists. They were led by their senior forward, who usually does not have these offensive type of outputs. However, great game for him, 20 points, 8 of 10 for the field, really efficient, knocks down 2 threes, and then gets the double-double with 10 boards. And then Keon Ellis, the senior guard, didn't have the best game. However, he drained the game-sealing 3 with about 40 seconds to go and left the fans in Tuscaloosa in an absolute frenzy. Tennessee, on the other hand, that were led by Olivier Nakamahua, who scored 15 points and had 9 boards. However, he was pretty inefficient on the game, which was part of the reason why Tennessee fell. They were also led by Santiago Vescovi, who really just filled up the stat sheet with 13 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Tennessee was out without their star guard in this game, Kennedy Chandler. He's their leading scorer, their leading facilitator, their leading playmaker. He's their best player. And so I don't want to necessarily put this game on his absence. However, it definitely had a big impact. This game's a really big deal for Alabama to be able to bounce back the way they did, because they've lost a couple of tough games to some lesser opponents for sure. So it's really good to see Alabama get back in the win column against a really, really good Tennessee team. So moving on to College Hoops Tonight's upset of the week. So none of the top 25 teams went down in a big upset this week, which is kind of a first. And that may be because postponements this past week because of the new COVID breakout. However, Georgia was upset by Gardner Webb University, 77-60 this past Wednesday. So let's take a look at how that happened. So Gardner Webb was led by two senior forwards in this one. They didn't really have any superstar offensive putouts in this one. However, Ludovic Dufiel really just stuffed the stat sheet. He scored 4 points, grabbed 11 boards, and facilitated 6 assists. Then Zion Williams, another senior forward, had 14 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists. Georgia was led by their senior guard, Braylon Bridges, one of their leading scorers, who had 17 points and 7 boards. Georgia falls to 5-8 on the season. Yeah, this is really just a weird game overall. Georgia has not been a good basketball team for a while now, and I think this kind of just puts that stamp on them for this season as well, losing to a lowly opponent like the Gardner Webb Bulldogs. I personally don't even see Gardner Webb being remotely close to a tournament team in their conference. However, definitely a shocking game nonetheless, and Georgia needs to do a better job in the future of recruiting and just playing better. But that is just about going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen, on College Hoops. Tonight, we hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please hit the subscribe button down below so you make sure not to miss anything here on College Hoops Tonight. I am Austin Samuels. Happy Monday and Happy New Year. Good night, people.